What up, my people? I want to have a serious conversation with you, because it seems as though people is getting all inflamed about the fact that the Trump organization is coming in and trying to create a much stronger, more dense type of form of oppression that is going to cause us much more angst in trying to overcome. Now, people know me as an optimistic thinker. You know, I don't really allow a lot of pessimism really to enter my cipher, you know, because it dissuades me from everything that I know that I'm capable of doing once I put maximum effort to that thought. And that's what brings me to the conversation that I look to have today. The simple fact that we continually love to blame people or a system that was created to bind us down. But within that system, we have been able to create vast amounts of wealth. From what I understand, it's a little over $1 trillion a year annually that we spend within this system of oppression that feeds this system of oppression and its creators, or manufacturers, or operators. If you know, I give you a present job that they have placed on them now, because this system that we're constantly fighting against is not something that is just, you know, erupted from the bowels of this planet. Nah, this is something that has been in place since civilization actually began, because every civilization had its own system of oppression. But this system of oppression that we face here in the shores of Western civilization, and some call it America, you know, I wish I knew and understood the name of the land that the indigenous people of this part of the Western Hemisphere called this planet, or called this continent. Or I would call it that. I wouldn't really want to call it America, because calling it America gives it the title of the European traveler, Amerigus Vespucci, gives it his name, which placed on it a European value, just like with Africa and Scipio Africanus, who was a Russian, or not a Russian, forgive me, who was a Roman general that went to conquer Hannibal, a black Moor, from Carthage, northern Africa, by going into northern Africa and attacking his home, which brought Hannibal out of Europe and eventually placed him in a docile role, shall you say, from this magnanimous general that we've come to know and revere, and some don't even know about him, which is a damn shame. The American educational system should definitely be teaching, and if not the American educational system, then definitely the black educational system should be teaching our children about our heroes, not the heroes that the Europeans place in front of us, but the heroes that we know that truly put forth the effort to destroy oppression, and not by meek means, not by you know, a docile movement. You know, nonviolence is cool, and that's not, I'm not saying that I'm against nonviolence, you know what I mean, but in certain situations, violence is called for. You know, until the point is driven to the issue to where the oppressor begins to understand that this needs to stop. And we as a people, not just this beautiful chocolate brown melanated color, but humanity at all. You know what I'm saying? Me being God, I gave birth to all races of people. So I can't just insulate myself and isolate myself from them because they are my children. So I have to look at them as, you know, detrimental to making sure that the household is a sturdy structure. Also knowing and understanding that anyone that brings any type of detriment to the structure needs to be removed. But we as a people need to stop placing blame other and elsewhere than ourselves. We are the reason why we are not where we deem ourselves to be at this particular juncture in our development. Despite the obstacle that's placed in front of us, we have all the tools to build an infrastructure to defeat oppression. But we have become so enamored with the trappings of oppression. We have become so fearful of the trappings of oppression and the oppressor that we refuse to galvanize all of our tools together to deconstruct the system. Which is absolute crazy to me because we sit around and complain about the system. And what is it doing to the indigenous people of this planet? I place the blame on myself. Me particularly, because I allowed myself to be taken out of the cipher by allowing myself to go and indulge in incriminating behavior or criminal behavior. I was a drug dealer. I was feeding my family through narcotics that I was selling to the oppressor's children, let's say. Therefore, the courts deem it necessary to make sure that they, made an example out of me. Therefore, I done 10.5 years on a simple drug charge. Mandatory minimum, you know what I mean? In their fight on drugs. And during the course of the time that I was there, I confronted the greatest foe known to life, and that's death. I died. And I know I done said it over and over again. 90 minutes, I was gone. Came back just before they took me to the morgue. And they placed this defibrillator in my chest. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, that is scar right there. And I'm on a bevy of medications. It got me zooted up. And despite all that, I still fight for my people. Now, I can't get in the ring and fight no 15 rounds, but that one motherfucking round for that 3 minutes, oh, I'm swinging and I'm trying to knock you the fuck out. Trust that, oppressor. But during that 3 rounds, during that three minutes, I want the people, the audience, to view my heart, my intent, my love for you. To hopefully encourage you to want to stand the fuck up and fight too. And you can go more rounds. Even if you can't go more rounds. To stand and fight and say something, do something, be something. Don't be a victim though. Refuse to be a victim. Because when I was laying there in the hospital thinking about my purpose in life, I said, man, fuck being a victim. For any damn thing, I'm going to be a victimizer. And that's going to be to the oppressor. I'm going to victimize him by enlightening and engaging and encouraging and empowering my people. As many as I can. If it's just one person that listens to this and say, yo, this dude Power, Jim Powers, James Green, whatever you call me, or just Power, and say, damn, what he says is resonating. I feel good. I feel real good. And I could die today or tomorrow saying, yeah, I made a difference in someone's life. That's why I started mentoring at-risk youth. To give them a perspective from their vantage point of what we need to do at this point in our lives. At the point where you're a teenager, where you are now envisioning your life beyond you being a child or subjugated to your mommy and daddy, if they're there. Now, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to create a legacy for yourself. What is your legacy going to be? If you die today or tomorrow, how are you going to be remembered? I refuse to be remembered just as a drug dealer or somebody who was about the broads or a character or whatever, people may see me as, but I want you to remember me, that dude fought. That dude fought. Yeah, I mean, regardless if you see me in the realm of Malcolm X or Martin Luther, or Jesus or Buddha or whoever, my job is to teach my people. Every black man on this planet job is to teach his people. We are the principals of this school of thought. And our beautiful black women, all women, are the teachers of the curriculum that we put forth. But the curriculum must be of truth and has some substance to it. That's just what it is. That's what it is. I don't get caught up in all that white and black crap. Because that only is something to take the focus off of the real war, which is classism. Rich versus poor. Rich don't care if you black, white, yellow, brown, red, or green. It's about money and the position and the power, and keeping you subjugated and keeping you so much in an illusion that you keep feeding and fostering their way of life. So they refuse to allow you to be a part of that. So when that refusal, that should piss you off. That should make you say, fuck that. You're not going to let me be a part of it. I'm going to make my own. And in the course of making my own, it's going to destroy yours. We have to become financially empowered. We have to create our own businesses. It's just not about going to fucking school and going to college and learning some type of curriculum and mastering it, or getting bachelor degrees in it to work for someone else, to work for the oppressor. Create your own financial institutions to feed your family. Create your own legacy. And the best way to do it is collectively. Collectively, all of us have to work together. Together. Not separate. Not separate. The hand may have separate digits, but they all work together when it comes to knocking the shit out of oppression. Remember that. And I leave my people in peace and love. Knowledge, knowledge. Silver Gorilla, baby. 1.